Hello, hello. Hello, testing, testing. Does it work? Okay, sorry, there's some technical issue here. I guess it's working now, but I'm trying to get Johnny on. 1 second. Can you guys hear Johnny? Because I cannot hear him at all. Okay, he's still a listener. Sorry, guys, for the confusion. So what happened was that Gas King, he tried to start the Gas Hero official and didn't work. So now I'm operating both Gas Hero and my own account. And obviously Johnny cannot join right now, so I'm trying to get him on. If he cannot join, then I'll probably solo myself today, which is also fine as well. All right, so let's give him a little bit of time. Meanwhile, I'll also go to Discord and tell everyone that we are changing to this new place because this link is actually a new link. It's not the previous one. Sorry for having you guys all waiting. Okay, Johnny tried again. Let's see if it works from him now. I already polled him. Did not work. Okay. Let me try again. Invite him to speak. Well, seems like he still could not join, so maybe he will try to use his computer. I'm actually dialing in from the computer, so it should work technically. Yeah, not sure what's going on. So Gas King and then myself and Johnny were all at Actually, let me use this one. Can anyone hear this one? If people can hear me, okay, gives me a thumbs up. I'll just talk from Gas Hero Official then. It's really strange what happened today. I'm so sorry, guys. Um, okay, let's see if I can get Johnny up now. Okay, can you test?
Finally, I think I can hear you.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. I thought this is gonna be a fiasco, but apparently you came back. All good. Um
No,
I don't know what's going
I
on.
think it's
Sorry
because
guys,
our
sorry
reward
guys.
is too high.
Okay, then it's your fault then.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's go. Sorry for late.
All right. Yeah, since we are quite late, so I'm just gonna dive right in, and I'm not gonna give too much of the rubbish talk, and then let's jump in. So thanks everyone for joining our latest AMA. It's our time for monthly AMA again. So earlier this afternoon, or wherever you are, I guess depends on the time zone. We released our chapter 6 on glory, and as the saying goes, the fewer the words, the greater the matter. So today we are going to talk about the new chapter. But before we discuss the white paper, I would love to hear from Johnny about his overall thoughts on our team testing. You guys probably know we were doing that for almost a month by now.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mabel. Nice to meet you. Let's start. And first of all, yeah, yeah. I'm really happy to see everyone here again. And after this mess, I missed you guys so much. And this mess, yeah, have been very important because the game is about to meet everyone, and I'm both excited and nervous. Looking forward to meeting everyone soon, and yet now I'm a little worried about that the game might not be so as fun as we expected, and let everyone down. Yeah, a little worried. And for this season, I mean, me and Mabel and team, we firstly conducted a small scale mass long team testing, and through this testing, we changed a large amount of the UI UX and fixed the various bugs. And on the basic of this stable operation, we have improved a lot too. And on top of these efforts, Mabel and I both agree that this was a really fun mess. Not funny, but fun mess. And the entire team was immersed into the game. And yes, they fell in love with the guest hero, and not just because this was work, but because of the charm of guest hero itself. And during the team testing, it wasn't a real economic experience, and there are also no new players continuously joining, and no other fund to come into this economic. So but even in such a restricted environment, all the team members involved in the test and for this month, in entire month, and they are so addicted to Gas Zero, and it led to a decrease in their work efficiency. I think, yeah. And this is not a joke because it is actually what happening here, and but it's precisely because everyone was so addicted to Get Zero, and that everyone deeply understood the game and found more valuable work they could do for Get Zero, and which further helped improve the overall quality of the game. Looking back from the beginning of the team testing and to now, everyone went from not understanding the game to starting to strategize the battle and to getting addicted to the auction houses. Yes, setting alarms to beat in the deep night. Yeah, and as you all know now, and yeah, and to researching the strengths and weakness of the heroes and the combination of the weapons, paths, and the heroes, and to breeding, and to the market trading, and to preparing new heroes for some heroes about to die, and to resource exchanging with their clan members or guild members, and to watching others. Yeah, they they keep their eyes on others and to gain more information and to try to win the elections and the PvP matches. Now you know the PvP matches, yes. And to the happiness and the consumption after receiving the GMT rewards. And everything was so exciting. I think Mable thinks too. Gas Hero's unique tree-like social system and its Web3 native economic model will bring everyone an entirely new experience. And we together with you and with the community, we will create a new milestone in Web3.
I was muting myself, but I was literally laughing because I was thinking that the whole game is really focused on strategy because we're all very poor every day. The first thing every morning on Slack, Johnny is like, "Can you please send us GMT? Can you please send us GMT?" So I almost already got ready to just keep doing at the same time. So that's definitely fun. Okay, I think I really understood what Johnny was saying, but to avoid getting carried away once we start chatting about this team testing, because I literally can keep going on and on and on. So I decided to first talk to you about the latest chapter of the white paper, which is the Glory one. Later, we can probably spend some time dive deeper into the internal team testing experience. I think we can chat about combat, talk about adventure difficulties, and then team collaboration, and also even like leadership role, competition, the marketplace, the auction house, and so on and so forth. So before the release of this chapter, many people already guessing about how the auction house money would be used. So we've seen everyone's comments. So Johnny, can you briefly explain why, when initially designing this structure, you decided to allocate the money from the auction house to the PvP combat and then leave the transaction fees from the secondary marketplace to the players who hold official positions?
Okay. Thanks for your question, Mabel. And it's a big secret in my heart. You know that I keep the secret for months, and like, I cannot say this to yeah to the community. Yeah, I know it's a blow news. It's very big reward maybe. And now you see that. Okay, I'm happy that. And okay, it's a very good question. So please allow me to switch from the identity of a game player and back to that the game producer and to answer this question. And the core concept of Gas Hero from the very beginning was to share with the community, as all kinds of earnings in the game are intended to be shared with the community. And therefore, the auction house as a mechanism to macro-regulate supply and demand relationships is also expected to give back to the users. So Gas Hero has three core groups of users that it rewards: the creators, the managers, and the competitors. And therefore, corresponding to the Genesis design, transaction royalties, and auction houses income, we design the rewards for these three groups of people. And many of Gas Hero's designs refer to real-world social operational mechanisms. So this method of distribution also originate from from the real world. From our initial testing experience, and this distribution is relatively easy to understand and indeed generated quite a lot of expectations. However, uh, because during the team testing, the amount of the test chain GMT distributed to every test player every day was limited much. Yeah, in fact, it's only. Oh, I cannot say. Okay, it's yeah small amount, and this bonus reward. Yeah, this bonus reward became particularly attractive, and because of the limited GMT. When you saw the good hero weapon or pets, but didn't have the money to trade, it was very frustrating. We all hated that we couldn't transfer the external GMT to spend in the game.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny because the other day, our clan leader, I think he also won. I forgot, was it the PvP or was it the uh from some other play, like I think it's probably the PvP part. So he really won a lot, and then we were like, he's going to raise the price of everything inside the auction house because he's so much richer than everyone else. So I thought that's definitely funny. So I think in the testing environment like that, additional source of wealth is obviously going to work super well. But yeah, I think let's start with some basics. So I would like to ask, how often is the individual PvP held? And then how many people from each clan can sign up for each individual race at most? And if one person signs up a clan, do they advance by default? Johnny.
Okay, as mentioned in the white paper, the entire racing schedule is arranged according to the election cycle, and in each 22-day election cycle, and the individual PvP starts on the day 10, and the clan starts on the day 20, and the guild starts on day 30. It's easy to remember. And in the individual PvP, every person in the clan or in the game can sign up, and which means up to 9 clan members can sign up for the competition in the clan level, right? And yeah, if only one person from the clan signs up, and then indeed he can or she can directly become the champion of the clan and enjoy some of the income from the guild auction house. And additionally, I want to explain more. In the white paper side, in every layer, there are 9 teams to compete. It's not very accurate. In the clan level, yeah, we have nine members at most. So we have 9 members, clan members to register and to compete to the to win the clan championship and clan champion. And so as you become to the clan champion, you have 9 clan champions in one guild. So these 9 clan champions will win your battle to compete for the guild champion. And also 9 guild champions will compete to win uh, the district champion, right? And so in the city, in fact, we don't know how many districts will win the city, up to 40, right? So maybe 40 guild champions will compete to win the city champion. You see, and in the game we have maybe more than 100 cities in the game. So at the highest level, there will be maybe more than 100 city champions will compete to win the world champion. That is the match structure. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Very helpful. I think this helped a lot of people visualize how it will work. Um, Another question is that what are the differences in game in terms of the development strategy between choosing the to play individual PvP, clan PvP, and guild PvP? Because like actually during this team testing, we have already gotten a slight feel for some of the better strategies for individual and clan battles. So to be exact, it was from our clan because I think it's probably the strongest one. So like do you want to share some of that with everyone, Johnny? Oh, by the way, I think before you also like to say gathered we are ablaze, scattered we are stars across the sky. So maybe now you can give a good explanation of that too.
Yeah, of course. Uh, yeah, it is about some how to cooperate together and how to redistribute to different places and to win more. Yeah, some interesting phenomena occurred during the team testing. And one, it came time to sign up for the individual PvP, and some people, I mean some our players, they would move to a clan with very few people or no people at all to in that clan and to reduce the competition at the clan PvP level. You see, so they will move to different clans and to win the different clan champion, the champion. And after the PvP match, and they will move back to their original clan and to sit together to play, yeah, because they still wanted to enjoy the clan PvE. I mean the clan adventure, because the rewards of the clan adventure, they battle together will be high, then they distribute it to different clans. And uh, because of different understandings of the rules, in fact, many people they do regret it, not thinking of this strategy, and they kicked themselves. So okay, let's extend this line of thinking a bit further. The strategy is not only applicable to individual PvP, right? So the good guild, which with a few strong clans, could actually disperse these clans into different guilds during the clan PvP, and to compete for more rewards, right? So okay, let's think even further. Even the district have several competitive, I mean strong guilds, they could also consider to disperse the strong guilds to different districts, even to different cities, and to win more. Yeah. So the larger the scale of the group relocation, and I think the better the management and the preparation need to be worked better. Yeah.
Yeah, I think previously, remember in the last AMA we talked about the demand for move item. I think if I didn't make mistake, I saw there's a 10 GMT or whatever in for one move item. That was like considered really 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 expensive. And I wonder like who would buy it. And then I realized that oh, it was actually because these people really need to grow themselves and move somewhere else. So then even if it's expensive, they would buy it. So I thought that was very interesting. Um, yeah, so one guild has 81 people, and then to stand out at the global level, what do you think are the characteristics of such organizations, Johnny?
Mm, we've only opened one guild experiences for our current team testing. Yeah. It's quite difficult to answer the question well. Yeah, but I will try to imagine that. Firstly, I think it must be very united, with with everyone supporting each other in the guild to optimize the efficiency of the resource use and the resource gaining. And secondly, I think everyone's progress needs to be as consistent as possible. At this situation, no one will like each other. Yeah, so they will have the best experience in the guild adventures. And beyond that, I cannot think of anything else. And we will have to see everyone's management measures, and also hope to learn a lot from the practices of successful guilds. Yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah, so regarding the distribution of percentages and time period for rewards, how is it roughly decided? Is it related to the fact that the higher the level the auction house is, because like people know, like as you spend more, the volume, trading volume grow, the level of the auction house will grow. Um, so is it related to the fact that the higher the level of auction house is, the more advanced items it will sell, so that the later parts can earn more?
Yeah, and I think the proportion for each winner is fixed. We will take half of the auction house's revenue as the overall rewards or PvP events. And in terms of time periods, it means that a certain event will divide the reward pool accumulated from the end of the previous event to the current one. And after we set this proportion, we start together with everyone. stand together with everyone, the more popular the game and the happier everyone will be, I think. And as for the detailed proportions, such as how the reward pool will be divided among the champions of various levels, was determined after considering the difficulty of competing for the championship. And we hope to distribute the rewards from the guild auction houses to the PvP champions from the guild level and below, and the rewards from the district auction houses will uh, yeah distribute it to the PvP champions in district level and above. Another point is that the world champion will share the donation GMT from the previous world elder selection, and here uh, ourselves as the game producer does not take a cent. All of it is taken out as the PvP rewards.
That's actually very crazy, to be honest. I think before people were calculating or guessing what it is. To be honest, I don't think any of us could imagine that. So I'm actually very looking forward to how big that pool is, especially up the higher level. I think it will be more exciting. Um, so I'm very much looking forward to. And I think the other question I wanted to ask is about the scale of the competition. So only having guild level competition, but not continuing upwards to establish regional and city competitions. There must be a reason. I'm assuming. Is it because the number of people would be too many to organize like some sort of competition, or and also because it would be too difficult to distribute the rewards?
Okay. Yeah. Very good question. And okay, in our last AMA, in the last month, we discussed the number of the people involved in social interactions at different levels, right? In the clan and the guild levels, there are 9 and 81 people, and which is still within the familiar social scale. However, at the district level or even to the city or world, the socializing with hundreds and more people, and this will basically means in interacting with some strangers. So based on this consideration, we want group activities to occur within the familiar social setting, and which is why both team adventures and the team PvP events are restricted to the guild level. We also consider the duration of battles. In guild level battles, each person fight for a maximum of 3 minutes, and with 81 people, and that will so long to be almost 4 hours, right? 4 hours, and which is very long. And if we move up to the district level, it would take more than 1 day to finish the battles, and it would be too long. Yeah. And as for another perspective for the reward distribution, since the reward is handed over to the managers, right? I mean, if your guild wins to be the any level of the champion, and the guild master will receive all the rewards, and yeah, also happen to the clan chiefs, right? So in relatively familiar social groups, everyone will form their own agree, agreed upon mechanism to downward distribution. Yeah, the leader won't have all of them. Yeah, so if we're district, guess what? The reward would be given to the district rep, and in an environment primarily consisting of interactions among strangers, the likelihood of having distribution problems is relatively high.
This answer is actually quite amazing. I didn't think of this about like the distribution part. I definitely realized that it will be too tough for like guild level upon to continue battling for the whole day, and that's going to be crazy. But for what it's worth, during this team testing, I was watching a lot of the actual gameplay, meaning like watching everyone standing in line, going one by one, like looking at other people's tank who being kept attacked, but then like none of the like the HP is still there. It's quite amazing. So I think it's 2:43 minutes is actually okay to watch, but then longer than that, it's probably like way too much. But yeah, I think what you said about the distribution part definitely makes a lot of sense. I think inside a guild, in the fact that we are actually not giving people the tool to how they distribute, but rather let them discuss and then agree on how they distribute inside their organization is actually very, very interesting. I think there will be a lot of separate contract happening in between, and I think that's how the social gonna work very well inside Gas Hero. Yeah, and then talking about the rewards, if one doesn't claim the rewards for a while, will the rewards disappear? This is probably like a very vanilla question.
The rewards will always be there and won't disappear. Don't worry. In a game, in fact, there is specific interface for the reward collection that records all unclaimed rewards, including the royalties for Genesis heroes and the leader incomes and guess what rewards. Guess what? Let's use this word. Guess what? The PP went. If you don't claim it, it will continue to sit there and won't disappear. Another point to note is that when you do go to claim your rewards, you will need to pay a little bit gas fee, right? So, but because the gas hero operates on Polygon network, the amount is very, very small. Yeah, nevertheless, it's still worth mentioning.
You're now preparing to to warn everyone that there will be gas, so that like people are prepared to pay them. Nice warning, definitely. Um, yeah, so I wanted to also ask you about one question that might be a little bit challenging. So I think you should listen it carefully. So after the team testing, do you really think that being an official and playing PvP are conflicting? Because I think we always talked about this impossible dilemma, sorry, trilemma of power, glory, and wealth. But I think at the lower levels, it's very possible that the leaders of a clan or even a guild, they can also be the strongest in the combat power. So, do you think this will still be the case at the higher organizational levels? And do you actually think the trilemma is true?
Mm. Yeah. In the selection of clan chiefs and guild masters, since the election is based on combat, yeah, to fight the boss or to fight each other, and it's indeed likely that the leaders are the individuals with the strongest fighting capabilities. Mm, yeah, that's the same in the clan and the guild level, and but it may be not be the same when we go to the higher levels. I mean the district, the city, and the world. And for instance, if the guild master is strong, but the members of the guild are average or some kind of weak, and then this personally strong guild master might not get elected as the district rep, right? Because we will choose the strongest guild with the highest strength value. Yeah, that one will be the district rep. So uh yeah, so I think that's the answer. And yeah, Mabel, mm, I think we had the 6 AMA sessions by now, right? And oh yeah, no, actually it's 5.5. Yeah, 5.5 sessions by now. And I really want to ask you some questions too. Yeah, not only me to answer everything. Yeah, so yeah, just taking the opportunity of our team's testing, I'm very curious about your experience. with Guest Hero from the perspective of someone who wasn't the gamer. If is convenient, could you briefly summarize your impressions?
Now that you get me, okay. Well, I can probably provide some of these, but like I said, if I start it, I might just keep going for a day. But yeah, I'll try to be brief. So to be honest, before I started playing, I had a feeling that this game would be something that I'd like to play, and I think you've also recommended me quite a few simulation management games by Kairosoft. Truthfully, I really got addicted to them. I mean, of course, like you previously always said that, like, oh, I got addicted only because I don't play games. But I think this still has a lot to do with someone's personality. And I should say, thankfully, your game has an energy system. And since it's a closed team test with limited money, like otherwise I might just play nonstop, seriously. So it's actually a really nice like anti-addiction setting. So I've seen some complaints before saying that, oh, the white paper looks so complicated, they couldn't understand how to play this and that, and but the actual experience was unfolding completely different. It was completely manageable. Um, there weren't that many options for me to explore at the beginning, so I was just focusing on resources that I had on hand and evaluated the goals that I wanted to reach. So every time a new turning point was reached, or in other words, like my total strength improved to another level, say I got to two greens or maybe I got two blues, I would immediately discover new things to learn. Mm, so the balance between challenge and fun is well maintained, I should say. So once I got a clear strategy for a phase, soon there will be new challenges to continue with. So I felt that I was easily disciplined or trained by this kind of system that's gradually unfolding. So yeah, I think it's really about the personality. I love completing goals stages after stages. And I think another distinctive point is that everyone's gaming experience is definitely particularly related to the interactions with your clan members. So I'll keep a bit of secret on how exactly myself and my clan members interact because it's literally a lot of information. But because I definitely don't want to limit everyone else's how they can think of like what they can think of. But I have to say that since our clan the clan chief, he's a born project manager, so he was able to take into account the growth situation of everyone, assign tasks at different phases. So we all felt very clearly arranged, and then so we would follow his grand strategy and just go with one direction. And on the one hand, it feels like it saves a lot of personal effort. And then on the other hand, it also directly put the rhythm, the pace, and the coordination of our entire clan at the forefront of the team testing. So yeah, I think it's absolutely amazing experience. And as of why I'm under this clan chief instead of playing with the game's producer, that's another story. But I'm not gonna start from there. Yeah, that's my answer to you, Johnny.
Yeah, okay. That's very good that you didn't come to the clan same as me. Yeah, because
Literally, that's
yeah,
true. That's true. That's like the best thing happened to me.
yeah, yeah. I didn't have any lucky in this testing, and I always use comments to break to comments and comments. Yeah, that's very frustrating. Yeah, but I can become to a very good person to observe others to play game and can have different feelings. And I'm very thrilled to hear that you captured the interest of a non-gamer. Yeah, and that you found the guest hero super interesting. This is not only happen on you, Mabel, and also happen on the other players. Yeah, we saw that. And I think another thing that I'm thrilled to hear is that in your clan, in fact, you have many scientists. and the guest hero, in fact, we build some basic rules, and we put all the almost all the data on chain, and everything can be observed by every people. And so people have capabilities to do more tools and to analyze and to I cannot leak too more, and they use their tools to make their interactions more mm, better. Okay, better, and that's very good. Um, in the next testing, we will have thousands of people, and after launch, we will more people. And I think the creations of the on-chain tools will be very. Mm, let's see. Okay, let's see. Keep an eye
You're
on
like
it.
trying to say something
And
and you're not saying anything.
okay, yeah, I'm used to keep secrets. Yeah, okay. And now I'd like to dive deeper into some different dimensions of your experiences. Can you share your thoughts about the combined experience itself? And this includes the rules of combined and strengths or weaknesses of heroes and the strategies of building lineups. Thank you.
All right. I see. Now you're really taking easy today by asking me so many questions, huh? Um, but yeah, like, damn it, I actually have a lot to say, so I'll just take these questions. So the learning curve of the game is quite interesting, right? In the beginning, everything is very simple. It's pretty simple. I didn't even bother to learn like who is a tank, who's a support, who's a damage. Like some of the other members of this court, like they just study the white paper inside out. Because when you don't even have six full heroes, you simply just use whatever you have, right? You cannot afford having the tank at the beginning, the front line. But soon as you level up, like you naturally just want to find the tanks and place them in the front row. That's for sure. And then I think the most frustrating time was probably early on when the weapons were very scarce. I kept getting daggers and swords, with which my heroes could only just attack when they're on the front row. So literally, it was depressing to see the second row heroes unable to act. But then, like when you finally get a green book or a green wand from the common weapon shard, like you literally just forget everything else. You're super happy. Like that's basically me. Um, and then, like, as you level up further, you start to realize that, oh, the importance of support. Like, you actually can't just rely on the tank or the damage. Like, you actually need the support. So, like, although I've always loved playing support in other games, and like, I know a good support can indeed carry the whole match. Like in Gas Hero, even if you don't know nothing about the game lineup and composition and everything, anything, as you level up, you'll start to feel the importance of each position. So, as you level up a little bit more, you actually find that, some uncommon heroes with only two skills don't seem as good as a common hero that masters more number of skills. Like, of course, this only happens in some edge cases, but most of the time, obviously, uncommon is definitely better and stronger. But it also depends on the combination of weapons and pets, for sure, because like with the right skills you can literally unlock the right weapons and pet. So I right now, for me, I think one of my green heroes, my uncommon hero, is better than one of my blue, because like the blue is such an idiot at level 40. It only has, I think, two skills versus like that uncommon there was five skills, and I can use the right pet and weapon to make it strong. So that's like a very interesting thing to watch. And then up till now, I haven't had the opportunity to study the combination of pets and heroes. This the reason was quite simple. So in our plan economy, right? Like we are dropping money every day with very limited resources. We just use whatever we have. Like like one hero with the right skill should use the pistol, but then you don't have a pistol, and then really hard you cannot find any pistol on the auction house. Sorry, on the marketplace, and there's no chance for you to collect a lot of say green, the uncommon weapon fragments. So what do? You just use something else that at least allowed this hero to play. Otherwise, it would just stand there with nothing, and that's definitely not going to work. So yeah, like we just have to go with whatever we have. And so I haven't gotten the chance to like seriously study all of those, but because I start to have rare heroes already, like the blue ones, so I started to know like, oh, like for certain skills, like you actually, if you could, you should match it with some of the weapons. So like that's kind of like the gradual learning curve. Yeah, and then plus our team has an enthusiastic member who has created a visualization tool, um, for researching attribute of each heroes. I think it's definitely better than the white paper it looks like. And then this really make me look forward to how some of the user generated analytics tool can work from our community test or even from the public beta. Johnny?
Yes, yes, in fact, I have seen that summarize of the heroes, and in one peak, and it says that or which heroes is T tier 0 and to tier 1 is what heroes, and tier 2, and I learned from it a lot, and to adjust my lineup by based on that peak. Yeah, that's very useful, and that's very useful. That's better than the white paper, in fact. Yeah,
Okay,
and
you admit that now, huh?
yeah, yeah. I learned from the community. Yeah, very much. I'm a good student. Yeah. Okay. So back to the testing topics. Team testing. We had multiple multiplayer adventures. Yeah, the clan adventures and the guild adventures. And what are your thoughts on this? Including the accumulation of the adventure process and initiating the adventures or the reward distribution systems, and whether the rewards are abandoned or not.
Okay, I do have some thoughts on this one. So I'm not the one of the top growers in our clan. I always rank number 5, I think, in our clan adventures because like the other ones are really strong. But remember the thing that you and I discussed in the previous AMAs, right? The top 3 who are always ahead of the rest of us in terms of output, and then the leader had like close to 200K output. Then second and third is like tens of thousands, and then the smaller ones is only like 3 or 40K. So like the difference in rewards of different ranks isn't that big. Like meaning that it's not proportional by how much output these leaders, the top rankers, are getting compared to us. So like even if we don't have as much, like we're not even like 10% of him, we still get, significantly more in terms of proportion. So I was actually thinking that during the real public beta, or even just like the community test, right, the leader would probably really want to ditch us because our gaps are too large. And personally, I am very happy, but as I still get to so many rewards, but the leader must feel very different from how I felt. So yeah, no, I think the rewards are distributed quite well. Um, I haven't paid close attention to them in terms of like, oh, what are some of the things that should be more or less. But it seems to me that the resources distributed to me mostly are the things I needed the most. Um, I mean, especially when I needed to further improve my lineup, right? Hero potion always is important, and I always can use more hero potions and weapons, I think. And as of the number of adventures, my experience is actually more passive because we had a clan leader, like I said earlier, who loves planning and project management. So the timing of each initiative is basically arranged by him. But I think if I were to be a little bit more lucky, or let's say if my hero were developed better, I might be more proactive in terms of driving the timing of initiating these adventures because the more rewards I get from adventures, the faster my future development progresses. So like pace is everything. Pace is really important. Yeah, that's probably my answer to you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for enjoying the adventures and have so many positive feedbacks. And but I feel not good because in our clan adventures, yeah, I'm a lucky one. I only have the common lineup. So when we start the clan adventures and it turns to me to battle, everyone can see how is the battle. Yeah, they can see me and in real time. But I will I cannot beat down maybe 10 enemies. I don't know, and I will die in maybe 1 minute, and I cannot stand for 3 minutes, the maximum time. Yeah, that's very shame for me. Yeah, but I still like to attend the adventures because there are rewards. Right? I need those materials. And thanks my clan leaders. No. Thanks for my guild master who didn't kick me out. Yeah. Thanks very much.
Your guild master is our clan leader, right?
That's right. I, yeah, my relationship with him is very good.
I
Okay.
see.
So, have you ever thought about becoming a leader, guessing or winning in the PvP event? And what efforts have you made? And what's the biggest obstacle?
Yeah. Speaking of becoming an official or governmental official, I might have encountered a pretty good one. So I definitely felt that in order to be a competent official in a higher level, like AKA basically being a far-reaching career, one should really probably put in a lot of effort. So I was, not thinking on that route. But yeah, I would still like take our clan leader for instance, right? So from the very beginning, um, from the very beginning, he continuous note it's a he, but yeah, like I'm not gonna leak his identity. He continuously sought out people who he thought could become a significant core force of our clan. So, like, I was originally going to join Johnny's clan, but for some reason I wasn't able to. Like, so he hunted me, and then during the initial stages, he delved very deeply to provide us some reference opinions. So I think such officials really need to spend some time on their duties. And of course, the lower level officials can also be hands off and focus on fattening themselves, like their own wallet, and grow in PvP and stuff. And while like still collecting the salary of holding the office. But I think in reality, if you find that you don't lead everyone forward together, your own path to promotion is probably going to be very limited. So you have to pay some services in order to get more like better name amongst people. And then I want to say I I saw the leaders' rewards. The bug, okay, the bug. So there was always a bug until this Tuesday morning. So then it was fixed, and then we finally saw the leaders' rewards. The leader could, yeah, it was a lot. Jesus. Like the gas war bonuses at the guild level, district level, and city level are really a lot. And what, like, I guess what do I mean by a lot? At the test GMT, we are allocated every day. It was distributed by me from my own computer. So like just the guild level bonus alone was almost equal to the total amount of money distributed every day. And then we have a relatively large team. So it was definitely a lot of money. And then, like, on the day that he claimed the rewards, our clan leader promised each of us that he's gonna give each of us a rare hero. And he actually did. See, like, a good leader always thinks about keeping everyone to develop at the similar pace. That's super, super, super important.
Yeah, at the day, I'm very confusing because whether we should fix the bug. If we fix the bug, and yeah, the, yeah, their clan will be super strong, and if we don't fix the bug, yeah, I think it's not good, right? So, yeah, that's a very hard day for me. Yeah, okay. So let's talk about the trading market, right? We talk about the leaders and the PVPs and the auction houses. Now let's see how about the trading market. Have you made any money? from that market, and what is your strategy for using that market? And
Okay.
have you ever engaged? Have you ever engaged in activities like buying at low and selling at high? Have you ever purchased something that you wanted in the market?
Yeah, this brings me to expose my shortcomings. I think I'm like definitely not the smartest, or maybe like the least smartest in the team. So first time I clicked into the game, I didn't find auction house. So I went straight to the marketplace and spent some money there. So I wasted some money at the beginning because some people would sell the resources they have initially and directly for money. That was very, very smart. And then they use those money to buy things in auction house, and those are very cheap. Um, yeah, and then so like I felt, kind of dumb, but it was, arbitrage experts, these people. So I definitely respect them. But I think my strategy using the market is somewhat similar to the arbitrage strategy that I mentioned as well. So I think it also fits the stage that I was in, with limited resources, not being able to keep up with everyone else's growth pace because I think I spent maybe 1 or 2 days like just being the clan alone, and then because I wasn't able to join Johnny's clan, so I had to like be there myself. That's definitely a slow growth model. Like you always want to work with people together, and you will grow better. Anyway, so in the past few days, I've used a similar strategy twice. So once was constantly snipping common fragments in the auction house, and then the other one was continuously targeting pet fragments. So those two strategies were based on my judgment of everyone's development stage at that time and the overall macroeconomic situation of in the game. So when it comes to the snipping the common fragments, it was probably when everyone else was still breeding common heroes. That's earlier in the stage, and then the cost of breeding wasn't very high. So I think preferred method for someone who is normal in pace was to obtain new heroes, and then like or either to buy capsules, right? The hero capsules, or breed with hero potion, because like a hero potion cost for common hero is not a lot. So a lot of people did not buy common fragments much because usually one purchases won't be enough to get one hero. You need 100 fragments, and then so you have to collect them in a few times, which it's definitely a bit of hassle. But the good thing is that respectively, it was that common hero fragments were not expensive at all. So I was desperately need a uncommon one. So I thought, I could just have two uncommon to breed and start progressing in terms of my lineup. So if I had money at that time, I would also just buy capsules, but I was too poor. So like the method for me is that like to try to achieve social mobility was naturally to buy lottery tickets. Like these common hero fragments was my lottery tickets. So I will buy them with low cost and bet on the 5% chance to leap to the next class. And I kept buying, kept buying, kept buying. And on the third attempt, I really got an uncommon out of the common fragments. So it worked for me. So I successfully breeded my second uncommon hero. Um, and then you might ask why I did not use energy to breed with hero potion, because I was busy getting weapons, and I didn't have that much energy at that time yet. And I keep getting daggers. Jesus Christ, weapons that I could not use for my hero. So it's like bad experience, bad experience. And then I couldn't sell them with a good price either because like people don't have the money to buy from me. I think it's just like, a bad thing about plan economy. So weighing all the options, like, only open common hero fragments was the quickest and cheapest. So you see like, decision making in this game is all very interconnected about the situation. And I think the second strategy when it comes to pet fragments, it was quite recent, I think. So I think everyone already start to have rare heroes, and then or even like I'm not sure about purple, but then definitely quite a few people have the blue ones. So their level go grow up. I was thinking about like what resources I should be focusing on, because at this stage breeding become much more expensive for everyone, and then everyone's energy was likely to spend on the hero potion. So people would not really want to waste energy on pets. That was my judgment at that time. And then I could basically just get a whole common pet and a bunch of uncommon fragments in 2 hits. Yeah. And so I thought, like, why don't I just go the opposite way of everyone else and accumulate some green pet fragments while selling the uncommon one? I got some money. I think that's probably like, kind of what do you call it? Anti trend kind of thinking. So and besides, I think there's a chance that if I do the common fragment of pets, I might be able to get some uncommon too, right? Like there's also like a chance of doing that, so I can use it myself. So that strategy seemed to work for those few days, because I definitely saw people buying the common pet from what I listed, so it worked. I think the funniest thing was that over the weekend, I really ran out of money for breeding. So I dug into my pocket and found some common fragments of that I bought before, right? Like I said, at the beginning, I did that. And I have some left. So I was thinking, like, okay, I probably won't be using any of them now. So maybe I can try to sell them. Um, and I didn't have hopes, because I felt like other people probably have the same situation that and I do. Like, why would they buy from me? But unexpectedly, there were people buying on the market, and I started chatting, and I found that that was you. That was you. I was wondering why would you bought it, and then you told me that, like, you only have a few uncommon hero fragments away to get one, and you were really in a hurry, so you would buy them on the marketplace. So like, in fact, I think you think you were overpaid, but time was always a cost as well. So like, you just thought it was, you decided to go directly with what it was listed on the marketplace. So I thought it was really, really interesting. Sorry, I spoke a lot about this, but I thought it was definitely interesting to share. Anything to add for you?
Yeah, I'm another experienced typical guy because I think I'm a dumb at the market because always buy at high and sell at low. Yeah, because I'm very hurry to gain some fragments because of maybe oh yeah, one day I got 80 fragments, the uncommon weapon fragments, and I'm very hurry to get the better weapon, and I purchased the two sides of the fragments, uncommon weapon fragments from the market, and after that I realized the price is so high, and but yeah, that's late. Yeah, there is no lucky because I gained uncommon weapon, but a dagger. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what market means to me. It just swallow my money. Yeah. And well, yeah, I'm not lucky at this testing, and one day I want to, yeah, okay, just give up, don't play anymore, and I want to, okay, sell all my things, sell all my assets to the market, and maybe I can get rid of this. And but whoa, they bought all my assets, you especially the high price the hero portion, and that they distributed the rare heroes to the clan members. Yeah, they don't have enough hero potion to level up them and to go on to the breeding. Yeah, no, and that day I got a lot of money, and yeah, let me go to play. Yeah, don't give up. So thanks for the marketplace, which yeah saved me about game. And later, I think my lucky, I got a little lucky because I finally got an uncommon lineup. Means I have 6 uncommon heroes now, and yeah, they all equipped with common weapons and common pets. Yeah, that's better than yesterday. So yeah, that's hope. What hope means. Okay. Mm. Okay. So let's go on now. That we talked about the marketplace, and now let's move to the auction houses. I often hear you talk about this topic, yeah, whether it's setting the alarm in the middle of the night or being very annoyed when you missed the auction time and when you got very busy. And could you talk briefly about your feelings towards the auction house gameplay? Do you have any good strategies for stacking good items?
Okay, this auction house thing is really going to empty my body, my soul, and my wallet. You know that, right? And just now, like for example, I didn't manage to grab like something that I really wanted, and then I that really upset me. So yeah, no, there's no good strategy, to be honest. I think I just need a fast internet connection, or maybe I click faster. I don't know how people manage to put the click in last one sentence. Sorry, one second. But yeah, no, joke aside, I really think it's a good way to regulate the prices and supply and demand inside a game. So you can clearly see it if something is overheated, it sells high in the auction house, and then everyone just stopped competing for it. And then if you're really in a hurry for something, then you might overpay in auction house, right? Because the premium in the auction house might be the market price, but it might be closer to the quantity you need. And there might be none for sale in the secondary marketplace. So it still makes sense. How about yours though? Like have you ever grabbed anything for yourself? Like what was the experience?
Yeah, I definitely felt that the change in the auction houses in days and due to the change in the supply and demand relationship. And at first, everyone was practically competing for hero fragments, right? And then because everyone wants new heroes, especially for chase for the hero capsules. And but later, as people produced more on their own and began to understand the battles and the pursuit moved to the weapons and the pets. And that's when the prices of hero capsules and fragments actually went down. Yeah, another reason maybe people don't have money anymore, so the the prices still went down. Yeah, we don't know why. And there are some more macro macro things, but personally, and they don't make much of a difference to me. I'm impatient. Yeah, the little GMT that's distributed every day is used up in the flash, and I cannot I cannot accumulate enough money and to beat good items. So yeah, sometimes when I see items with low price, I get greedy in the last few seconds, and I have to think about adding just a little bit more to win, because maybe someone will beat a little more, right? So I need to beat a little bit more and to cover him. Yeah, that works. That works. So far in the test, the first batch of common heroes, they have died, right? They have been recycled, and some of the green heroes, I mean, uncommon heroes, are about to retire too. What's your overall feeling about this core setting of guest hero, and how are you preparing for the second lineup? Once you have the heroes, how will you equip them to not waste their lifespan? And how do you prepare for weapons and pets in advance?
Yeah, so I really thought the setting of lifespan is very genius, because it helps improve the asset liquidity. I think that was discussed in our first AMA, and also asset accumulation. So it also hedges against over speculation. And all of these resources are actually a balance, right? So when the auction house is cheap, you would think that energy should be reserved for the more important resources. And then for weapons, I mainly rely on the auction house later on. But I feel that when the server is officially live, the competition, meaning the public beta is officially live, the competition in auction house will probably be very fierce. So it may not be easy to win bids. And then so like I might have to just turn to the secondary marketplace. And then alternatively, one could just spend money right from the start to stack up their energy and become very strong, and then use the energy every day to earn a bunch of uncommon or even higher level weapons and sell them at the right time, like so on and so forth. Hunt low, sell high. Let's see how that would go. Yeah, no, regarding heroes, as I mentioned above, I opened a lot of common fragments, right? So I actually have quite a few quite a few common heroes serving as power banks. So I wasn't using them, I just using them as energy. And then the heroes who are really going about to die, were also the common ones I used at the very beginning. So at this stage, I'm not really using them anymore. So it was okay. I was continuously breeding uncommon heroes and even aiming for rare heroes. So those are adding more energy. So I think those kind of just balance out. And during the transition, if you were worried about not having replacement, you might need to get some common shards to ensure that you have enough heroes to fight in the battle. So I guess like that was why some of the people were buying my common fragments in the marketplace for that reason. But yeah, no, what's interesting is that I had a common Shifu, so that was like a damaged hero that was about to die in 24 hours. So and it never had like bred anything. So I thought, okay, why not just keep this damaged gene just in case, right? And then I paired it with another uncommon damaged female hero. And unexpectedly, I got a uncommon Shifu. So that was definitely a blast. Like I was very happy because Shifu, I think, was quite good in terms of the being a damage hero. So yeah, no, I think that's basically kind of my comments on the setting of lifespan and also like in terms of different generations of heroes like replacing. I think if you are rigorously playing it, there's gonna be like you should be able to have replacement very easily, so it shouldn't be a problem. I think you previously were saying that like that's part of the strategy, but I think as long as they keep breeding and then using, you should continuously having more energy. And then I think at some point you can't use hero to have energy anymore, right? Because it's a maximum like 60 energy anyway. So yeah, so that's basically it. I realize that we are 15 minutes already over time, so I think I'm pretty much done here. Anything else from you, Johnny, that you wanted to like last touch upon?
No, sorry for the lag at the beginning, and we have enjoyed a very good evening. And thank you, Maple.
Okay, cool. And thank you guys everyone for joining this space. It was fun to discuss the part 6 as well as our team testing. And we do hope all of you, well, sorry, not all of you, but many of you can join our community testing. It must be very, very fun. Thank you again.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.